ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅನ್ನಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೌಡನ
Hello, mic check. 1, 2. Hello, mic check. Court, High Court of Karnataka, court hall number 1.
ಹಲೋ
Mic check.
ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ ಪ್ರಶಾಂತ್, ಆಡಿಯೋ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ವೇಲು ಆಡಿಯೋ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡಿಯೋ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Hello, mic check. Hello.
ಸರ್ ಅಣ್ಣ
No, I have no identity, I have nothing. I want association and party. To resolve the dispute between the association and the party.
ಹಲೋ ಮೈಕ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ 1 2 3
We need to sit and talk. I was thinking. Last time, for example. The way to move forward.
ಹೌದು
ಏನು ನೀವು ನಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸ ನಾನು ಜೋಕ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕಮ್ 1:30
ಹಾಂ ಹಲೋ
ಇದು ಲೆಟರ್ ಬೇಕಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದೊಂದು ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಓಕೆ
May I seek your Lordship's kind permission for commencement of the proceedings?
Yes, please.
I request the Chairman, Karnataka State Bar Council, to deliver the farewell address.
ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಮುಖ್ಯ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳಾದ ಸನ್ಮಾನ ಶ್ರೀ ವಿಭು ಬಕ್ರೂರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಉಚ್ಚ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು, ಧಾರವಾಡ ಮತ್ತು ಕಲಬುರಗಿ ಪೀಠದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಸಹ ನನ್ನ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಅಡ್ವೊಕೇಟ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಅವರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೆ ಶಶಿಕರಣ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಅವರೇ, ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಸಾಲಿಸಿಟರ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಅವರಾದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಕೆ ಅರವಿಂದ್ ಕಾಮತ್ ಅವರೇ, ಭಾರತ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಉಪ ಸಾಲಿಸಿಟರ್ ಜನರಲ್ಗಳಾದ ಶಾಂತಿಭೂಷಣ್, ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್ ಕಾರಿಕಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸುಧೀರ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅವರುಗಳೇ, ಹೆಚ್ಚುವರಿ ಅಡ್ವೊಕೇಟ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಅವರುಗಳೇ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ವಕೀಲರ ಪರಿಷತ್ತಿನ ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ವಿನಯ್ ಪಿ ಮಂಗಳೇಕರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಭಾರತೀಯ ವಕೀಲರ ಪರಿಷತ್ತಿನ ಸಹ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ವೈ.ಆರ್. ಸದಾಶಿಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರೇ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ವಕೀಲರ ಪರಿಷತ್ತಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಸದಸ್ಯರುಗಳೇ, ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಕಾನೂನು ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಯವರಾದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಮಹಾಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ನಳ್ಳೆ ಅವರೇ, ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಅಭಿಯೋಜಕರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಬಿ.ಎ. ಬೆಳ್ಳಿಯಪ್ಪನವರೇ ಮತ್ತು ಶ್ರೀ ವಿಜಯಕುಮಾರ್ ಮಜ್ಗೆ ಅವರೇ, ಹೆಚ್ಚುವರಿ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಅಭಿಯೋಜಕರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಬಿ.ಎನ್. ಜಗದೀಶ್ ಅವರೇ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಉಚ್ಚ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದ ವಿಲೇಖನಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಾದಂಥ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೆ.ಎಸ್. ಭರತ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಲೇಖನಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳೇ ಮತ್ತು ಅಧೀನ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರುಗಳೇ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಉಚ್ಚ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು, ಧಾರವಾಡ ಮತ್ತು ಕಲಬುರಗಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಕೀಲರ ಸಂಘದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು, ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು, ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಖಜಾಂಚಿಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪದಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳೇ, ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಹಿರಿಯ ನ್ಯಾಯವಾದಿಗಳೇ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳ ಸಂಘದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಎಸ್. ನಾಗಶ್ರೀ ಅವರೇ, ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಜಿ.ವಿ. ವಿಜಯಾನಂದರವರೇ, ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಗಳಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಘವೇಂದ್ರ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿಗರ್ರವರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ಪದಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳೇ, ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ದತ್ತಾತ್ರೇಯ ಹುದ್ದಾರ್ ಅವರ ಕುಟುಂಬ ವರ್ಗದವರೇ, ಸಮಸ್ತ ವಕೀಲ ಸಹೋದರ ಮತ್ತು ಸಹೋದರಿಯರೇ, ಮಹಿಳೆಯರೇ ಮತ್ತು ಮಹಿಳೆಯರೇ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ವಕೀಲರ ಪರಿಷತ್ತು ಹಾಗೂ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಸಮಸ್ತ ವಕೀಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಈ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಸಮಾರಂಭವನ್ನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಉಚ್ಚ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಏರ್ಪಡಿಸಿದ್ದು, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ದತ್ತಾತ್ರೇಯ ಹುದ್ದಾರ್ ಅವರ ವೃತ್ತಿ ಜೀವನದ ನಿವೃತ್ತಿ ಹೊಂದುವ ಪ್ರಯುಕ್ತವಾಗಿ ಶುಭ ಕೋರಲು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆರೆದಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳಾದ ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ದತ್ತಾತ್ರೇಯ ಹುದ್ದಾರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳಾದ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ದತ್ತಾತ್ರೇಯ ಹುದ್ದಾರ್ ಅವರು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಮುತ್ನಾಳ್ ಗ್ರಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಶಾರದಾ ಹಾಗೂ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ದತ್ತಾತ್ರೇಯ ಹುದ್ದಾರ್ ಅವರ ಸುಪುತ್ರರಾಗಿ ದಿನಾಂಕ 13/8/1963 ಜನಿಸಿದರು. ಶ್ರೀಯುತರು ಗೋಕಾಕ್ ತಾಲೂಕಿನ ಘಟಪ್ರಭಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಥಮಿಕ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾಧ್ಯಮಿಕ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ಪೂರ್ಣಗೊಳಿಸಿ ಬೆಳಗಾವಿಯ ಗೋಗಟೆ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಕಾಂ ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಬೆಳಗಾವಿಯ ಆರ್ಎಲ್ ಲಾ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಕಾನೂನು ಕಾಲೇಜಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನೂನು ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆದುಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ತದನಂತರ ಶ್ರೀಯುತರು ಕುವೆಂಪು ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಿಂದ LLM ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು ಸಹ ಮುಗಿಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ದತ್ತಾತ್ರೇಯ ಹುದ್ದಾರ್ ಅವರು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ವಕೀಲರ ಪರಿಷತ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ದಿನಾಂಕ 14/9/1988 ವಕೀಲರಾಗಿ ನೋಂದಣಿಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತರು ನೋಂದಣಿಯಾದ ಬಳಿಕ ಹಿರಿಯ ವಕೀಲರಾದ AG ಕುಲಕರ್ಣಿಯವರ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಹಿರಿಯ ವಕೀಲರಾಗಿ ವಕೀಲ ವೃತ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ದಾವೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತರು 1990ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ವಕೀಲರಾಗಿ ವಕೀಲ ವೃತ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತರು ದಿನಾಂಕ 8/2/1995 ಮುನ್ಸಿ ಮತ್ತು JMFC ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯ ಸಿರ್ಸಿ ಮತ್ತು ಹೊನ್ನಾವರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ತದನಂತರ 2003ರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿರಿಯ ಶ್ರೇಣಿ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರಾಗಿ ನೇಮಕಗೊಂಡು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು, ಸಿರ್ಸಿ ಮತ್ತು ಚಿತ್ರದುರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತರು 2004-06ರಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು 2020-21ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರಾಗಿ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಯಲ್ಲೂ ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ತಮ್ಮದಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತರು ಸೇವಾ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳಾಗಿ ನಡೆದ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧಾತ್ಮಕ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತೀರ್ಣರಾಗಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರಾಗಿ ಆಯ್ಕೆಯಾಗಿ ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಮತ್ತು ಹಾಸನ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತರು ನವೆಂಬರ್ 2012ರಿಂದ 2016ವರೆಗೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಉಚ್ಚ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದ ವಿಲೇಖನಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ್ದು ಅಲ್ಲದೆ 16-17ರಲ್ಲಿ ಧಾರವಾಡ ಪೀಠದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡಳಿತಾತ್ಮಕ ಸಹಾಯಕ ವಿಲೇಖನಾಧಿಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತರು 17-18ರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಮತ್ತು ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರಾಗಿ ಹಾಗೂ 18-19ರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂಲ ಸೌಕರ್ಯಗಳ ವಿಲೇಖನಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಮೂಲ ಪೀಠವಾದ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಉಚ್ಚ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತರು 19-20ರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚುವರಿ ನಗರ ಮತ್ತು ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರಾಗಿ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಜನಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಸತ್ರ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರಾಗಿ ಮೈಸೂರು ಮತ್ತು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹೆಗ್ಗಳಿಕೆ ಪಾತ್ರರಾಗಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇವೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಕಳಸವಿಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರು ದಿನಾಂಕ 24/1/2023 ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಉಚ್ಚ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದ ಹೆಚ್ಚುವರಿ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ವಚನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿ ನಂತರ ದಿನಾಂಕ 8/1/2025 ಈ ಗಣ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದ ಕಾಯಂ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳಾಗಿ ನೇಮಕಗೊಂಡರು. ಶ್ರೀಯುತರು ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗ ಸೇವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕ ಮಹತ್ವದ ತೀರ್ಪುಗಳನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದ್ದು ಅವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣ ಪ್ರಕರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಗರಿಕರಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿದ ಹಣ ಅವರ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ವಶದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ ಅದು ತಾತ್ಕಾಲಿಕ ಸ್ವಾಧೀನ ಪರಿಹಾರ ನೀಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತದೆ ಎಂದು ತತ್ವ, ಶೈಕ್ಷಣಿಕೇತರ ಆದಾಯದ ಮೇಲೆ ಸೇವಾ ತೆರಿಗೆ ವಿಧಿಸುವ ಕುರಿತು ತೀರ್ಪು, ಅರಣ್ಯ ಹಾಗೂ ಚಲನವಲಯ ಹಸ್ತಪ್ರತಿಗಳ ಕಾಯ್ದೆ ಕುರಿತು ತೀರ್ಪುಗಳು ಇನ್ನೂ ಮುಂತಾದ ಅನೇಕ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ತೀರ್ಪುಗಳನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳ ತೀರ್ಪುಗಳ ಕಾನೂನು ಜ್ಞಾನ, ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ, ಸಹಾನುಭೂತಿ ಹಾಗೂ ನೈತಿಕ ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳಿಂದ ತುಂಬಿದ್ದು ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗ ವಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದಿನ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗೆ ಪ್ರೇರಣೆಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತರು ತಮ್ಮ ಸೇವಾವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿದ ನ್ಯಾಯಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ, ಅಚಲ ನೈತಿಕತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸಹಜ ಸರಳತೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮಾದರಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗ ವಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಸ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗೆ ಅವರು ನೀಡಿದ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರೇರಣೆಯಾಗಿ ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತದೆ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತರು 1989ರಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಲತಾರವರನ್ನು ವಿವಾಹವಾಗಿದ್ದು ಇವರಿಗೆ 3 ಜನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿದ್ದು, ಮೊದಲನೇ ಮಗನಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ಅಕ್ಷಯರವರು ವಕೀಲರಾಗಿದ್ದು, 2ನೇ ಮಗನಾದ ಅಭಿಷೇಕ್ರವರು ಮುಂಬೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ನೌಕರಾಗಿದ್ದು, 3ನೇ ಮಗಳು ಶ್ರೀ ಶಿರ್ಷಾರವರು ಪದವೀಧರರಾಗಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಂದು ತಾವು ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಿವೃತ್ತಿ ಹೊಂದುವುದು ಕೇವಲ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗ ಸೇವೆಗೆ ಸೀಮಿತವಾದದ್ದು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ರಿಯಾಶೀಲತೆ, ಮಾನವೀಯ ಗುಣಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ತಮ್ಮ ಅಪರಿಮಿತ ಆತ್ಮವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ತಮಗೆ ನಿವೃತ್ತಿಯ ನಂತರವೂ ಸಹ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಹಾಗೂ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಮಹತ್ವಪೂರ್ಣ ಅವಕಾಶ ಗಳಿಸಲು ನಾಂದಿಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ ಎಂಬುದು ನನ್ನ ಭಾವನೆ. ಈ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಾವು ಈ ನಾಡಿಗೆ ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುವ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳನ್ನು ಆ ದೇವರು ದಯಪಾಲಿಸಲೆಂದು ಹಾರೈಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ವಕೀಲರ ಪರಿಷತ್ತಿನ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷನಾಗಿ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಸಮಸ್ತ ವಕೀಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಸಹೃದಯ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳಾದ ತಮಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ತಮ್ಮ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸದಸ್ಯರಿಗೂ ದೇವರು ಆಯುಷ್ಯ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವನ್ನು ನೀಡಲಿ ಎಂದು ಮನಃಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ. ತಮ್ಮ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ಹಾಗೂ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ನಮಗೆ ಸದಾಕಾಲ ಲಭಿಸಲಿ ಅಂತ ಆಶಿಸುತ್ತಾ ತಮ್ಮನ್ನು ತುಂಬ ಹೃದಯದಿಂದ ಬೀಳ್ಕೊಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ.
I request Honorable the Chief Justice to deliver the farewell address.
My esteemed brother Justice Ramachandra Hudar, my esteemed sister and brother judges, family members of Honorable Justice Hudar, Mr. Shashi Kiran Shetty, Advocate General, Mr. Arvind Kamath, Additional Solicitor General of India, Additional Advocate Generals, State Public Prosecutors and other government advocates, Mr. Shanti Bhushan, Deputy Solicitor General of India and other central government advocates, Mr. Mittal Court Chairman, Mr. Sadashiv Reddy, Co-Chairman, Mr. Vinay Manglekar, Vice Chairman of the Karnataka State Bar Council and other members of the State Bar Council, Mr. Vivek Subba Reddy, President, Mr. Praveen Gowda, General Secretary, Mr. Girish Kumar, Vice President, Srimati Shweta Ravi Shankar, Treasurer and other office bearers of the Advocates Association, Bengaluru, President, General Secretary, Treasurer and other office bearers of the Advocates Association, Dharwad and Kalburgi benches, Srimati Prabha Murthy, President, Indian Federation of Women Lawyers and other office bearers, Founder, President, All India Federation of Women's Lawyers and other office bearers, President, Karnataka Federation of Women's Lawyers and other office bearers, Registrar General, registrars and other officers of the Registry of the High Court, senior advocates and other members, learned members of the bar, judicial officers, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to all of you. We have gathered here today on a poignant and a memorable occasion of superannuation of our esteemed colleague on the bench, Brother Justice Ramachandra Dattare Hudar. It is always a moment of reflection when a judge retires not just for the individual, but for the institution and indeed for all of us who have had the privilege of working alongside such a person. Justice Hudar's story begins in a quiet village of Muntnal, nestled in Belgaum district, where he was born on 13th August 1963. He was raised in a family that valued simplicity, honesty and hard work. His father, late Shri Dattare Hudar, and the mother, late Shri Srimati Sharda Hudar, were individuals of great character and principle. They laid the foundation of values that Justice Hudar has carried with him throughout his life. He began his schooling at Kannada Boys Model School, Mallarpur, and completed his SSLC at GSS English High School, Ghataparva. He went on to pursue a Bachelor's of Commerce at Gokte College of Commerce in Belgaum, and then followed his true passion by enrolling in RL Law College, Belgaum, where he obtained his LLB. Later in the service, he also completed his LLM from Kuvempu University. Justice Hudar began his practice in 1988 after enrolling with the Karnataka State Bar Council. He started under the guidance of Shri A.G. Kulkarni, a revered senior advocate in Belgaum. He has often expressed deep gratitude to Shri Kulkarni for instilling in him the values of ethical practice and meticulous preparation. In 1991, he began his independent practice and was active in both civil and criminal cases. In February 1995, Justice Hudar joined the Karnataka judiciary as a Munsif and JMFC, first serving at Sirsi and then at Hon'ble. From day one, he wore the robes of a judge with grace and purpose. He was promoted as a civil judge, senior division in the year 2003, and went on to serve in various important postings including Bengaluru, Chitradurga and Sirsi. He served as a principal district and sessions judge in both Mysuru and Dharwad. He also held the post of the principal city civil and sessions judge in Bengaluru. His contribution to judicial education was notable as well, having served both as a director and deputy director at the Karnataka Judicial Academy. Within the High Court administration, he brought the same level of diligence to his various roles as a registrar handling administration, review and statistics, infrastructure and maintenance, and even the computer section. He also served with distinction as an additional registrar general at the Dharwad bench. On 24 January 2023, Justice Hudar was elevated as the additional judge of the High Court of Karnataka, and within 2 years, on 8 January 2025, he was confirmed as a permanent judge. On the bench, his presence has been one of quiet authority. His judgments reflect deep legal insight, clarity in interpretation, and above all, fairness. What has struck those who appeared before him was his courtroom manner, never hurried, never dismissive, and always respectful. Whether it was a senior counsel arguing a constitutional matter or a young advocate making his first submission, Justice Hudar listened with the same attentiveness. During his distinguished tenure on the bench, Honorable Justice Hudar authored several important and impactful judgments that have contributed to the jurisprudence of our state. Beyond the courtrooms and files, Justice Hudar is a man of deep family values. His wife, Srimati Lata Huddar, has been a constant source of strength. Her support has enabled him to commit himself fully to judiciary, often at the cost of personal time and comfort. They are blessed with 3 sons, Shri Akshay, an advocate practicing in Bengaluru, married to Srimati Shweta, and their son, Master Aryan. Shri Abhishek, who is also in the legal profession and is currently working with the central government in Mumbai. Shri Shresha, who is in academia and serves as assistant professor at BMS Commerce College, Bengaluru. Justice Hudar continues to draw strength and inspiration from the memory of his late parents and remains deeply connected with his siblings and extended family, who have supported him at every stage. As you step into the next chapter of life, we hope you find the time to enjoy the company of your loved ones, perhaps travel a little, and pursue passions you had to put on hold during your judicial career. But we know and we hope that your engagement with law and justice does not end here. You still have much to offer, and we look forward to your continued contributions in new capacities. As we draw this ceremony to close, let me say this: you will be missed, but you will not be forgotten. We wish you good health, happiness, and many years of peace and fulfillment ahead. Thank you. Jai Hind.
I request Honorable Chief Justice Ramachandra Hudar to give the reply speech to the farewell address.
Good afternoon to all. My Lord Sri Justice V. Bhakru, the Chief Justice, and the compensation and brother judges of this bench and bench of Dharwad and Kalburgi, Sri K. Shashikaran Shetty, Learned Advocate General of Karnataka, Sri K. Arvind Kamath, Learned Additional Solicitor General of India, Sri H. Shanti Bhushan, Deputy Solicitor General of India, Learned Additional Advocate Generals, State Public Prosecutors and Government Advocates attached to the Office of the Advocate General, Sri Mithil Kaur, the Chairman, Sri Vinay B. Manglekar, the Vice Chairman and other members of the Karnataka State Bar Council, Sri Y.R. Sadashivareddy, Co-Chairman, Bar Council of India, Reverend Sri K.S. Bharat Kumar, Registrar General, other registrars and other officers of the Registry of the High Court, judicial officers, senior advocates and other learned members of the bar, staff of the High Court, my family members, friends, well-wishers, ladies and gentlemen. As I rise today on this solemn occasion to bid a farewell to an institution that has been both my professional home and moral compass, I do so with a heart brimming with emotion, not of sadness, but of reflection, humility, and deep gratitude. Today marks the conclusion of my active judicial service, a journey that has stretched across more than 3 decades. If I may borrow the words of Justice Holmes, I quote, "The life of the law has not been logic, it has been experience." Indeed, my life in law has been a profound accumulation of experiences, each more humbling than the last, each more instructive in its quiet way. I was born into a world that taught me early the value of simplicity, sincerity, and education. This I learned from my beloved parents. From the childhood, I learned discipline, simplicity, sincerity, hard work with good education from my parents. My formal engagement with law began at Raja Lakamgoda Law College, Belagavi, from where I graduated in law. I enrolled as an advocate and commenced my practice during 1988 as a junior under my esteemed senior, Sri Anilji Kulkarni, a famous civil lawyer in Belagavi district. During my juniorship in the said office, I learned a lot. My senior's strong work ethic and professionalism helped me to lay a strong foundation for my career. My senior had reposed utmost confidence in me and entrusted brief to independently represent in the court. When I started my Indian practice at Gokak, I sought timely guidance from my senior Sri A.G. Kulkarni and also senior advocate from Gokak Sri V.V. Kulkarni. The other senior colleagues in the office also guided me for shaping my career as an advocate. When I started practice, I came in contact with Sri Srikant Satyahari, presently practicing advocate at Belagavi, who shaped my career as a lawyer. So also he helped me in all my domestic pursuits. He has always stood by me throughout till this day. During my practice at Gokak, I also had able guidance of my colleagues in the bar in general and my childhood friend, Sri Bhajantri, who is also present today with all his colleagues. I also thank him and team of advocates from Gokak who have all the way come from Gokak and Dharwad from the Harvard bench, who have came from their respective places to grace this occasion and always showed their well wishes and blessings on me throughout. I owe gratitude to Sri Justice Sen Kumar, a former judge of this court, who has timely guided me throughout my judicial career. I sincerely thank Srimati Justice B.V. Nagaratna, Sri Justice Arvind Kumar, Judges of the Supreme Court of India, Honorable Sri Justice R.V. Ramachandra, former Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Justice Abdul Nazir, the former Judge Supreme Court of India, and presently the Governor of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Justice A.S. Bopanna, former Judge Supreme Court of India, Sri Ashok B. Hinchigiri, and all former judges of this court for having guided me, supported me in discharge of my duties. In the year 1995, I was appointed as a Municipal Magistrate and thus began a journey on the bench that would span for nearly 30 and a half years. My initial posting was at Udupi, followed by Honnavara, Bengaluru, Sirsi, Chitradurga, Hassan, Dharwad, and Mysore. In each station, each courtroom, each case enriched my understanding not only of law, but of life itself. The bench is a demanding place, but also a noble one because every decision made is ultimately a matter of human conscience. I was appointed as a district judge in the year 2009. Thereafter, I had the opportunity to serve in several judicial and administrative capacities, such as Principal District and Sessions Dharwad and Mysore, and also Principal City Civil and Session Judge Bengaluru City. I also served as the High Court in administrative roles, such as Registrar Review and Statistics, Registrar Administration, Additional Registrar General at Dharwad Bench, Registrar Infrastructure and Maintenance. Later, I had the honor to serve as a director of the Karnataka Judicial Academy, where I was privileged to guide and learn from our bright and dedicated judicial officers. In January 2023, I was elevated as an additional judge of the High Court of Karnataka and was sworn in as a permanent judge on 8th January 2025. During my tenure in this court, I have had the opportunity to hear the arguments of learned members of the bar, senior counsels. The assistance rendered by the bar in discharge of judicial functions is immense and unforgettable. As I now demit office, I carry with me not only memories but the profound satisfaction of having served an institution that has stood steadfastly for justice and constitutional morality. Wherever I have worked, I had the support of my colleague officers, members of the staff in particular, and members of the bar in general. The work of a judge is not only to pronounce decision, but to uphold the spirit of the Constitution, and that spirit rooted in fairness, equity, and humanity. If I succeed in doing so, the credit is not mine alone. I stand here only because of the support of many, that is the bar, my colleagues on the bench, the officers of the registry, staff, and the silent strength of my family. To my brother and sister judges, I express my deepest respect. I have drawn from your wisdom, shared your burdens, and felt your support through all the phases of this journey. Your camaraderie has not only enriched the institution, but has fortified spirit of fraternity on the bench. I sincerely thank all my sister and brother judges on the bench on this occasion. To the members of the bar, I thank you for your advocacy, for your sincerity, and for the respect you have shown both to the court and to the process of justice. It is said, a strong bar makes for a strong bench. And it has been my privilege to witness and encourage the many talented lawyers who have argued before me with clarity and conviction. I sincerely thank all the members of the bar at Bengaluru, Dharwad, Kalaburgi, and other places where I had occasion to work and discharge my judicial functions. To the officers and staff of the court, your work often goes unnoticed, but never unappreciated. It is you who maintain the daily rhythm of the courts, and it is your discipline and dedication that enable justice to reach the people. To my family, you have been the unseen pillars behind the visible rope. The long hours, the lonely evenings, endless responsibilities, none of them would have been possible without your unwearying patience, love, sacrifice. I thank you not only as a judge, but as a grateful husband and father. I also thank my two sisters, Vimala and Vijaya, and brother-in-laws, Blas Kulkarni and Chidambar Kulkarni, and my younger brother, Sanjeev and his family, my cousin brothers, Chidambar Hudar and Anand Hudar, for their moral support and encouragement. The registry is the mainstay for smooth functioning of the court. On this occasion, I express my heartfelt thanks to the Registrar General, Sri Bharat Kumar, and all of the registrars of this court. I also thank Sri Shantavir Shivappa, the Additional Registrar General, Dharwad Bench, Sri Gerald Mendonca, Additional Registrar Judicial, Dharwad Bench, Sri Basavaraj Changti, Additional Registrar General, Kalaburgi Bench, who rendered their support and assistance while I was holding sittings at benches. I thank them all. I thank Srimati K.S. Varalakshmi, Srimati I. Yamala, Srimati V. Renukamma, Joint Registrars for their able assistance. I also sincerely thank all my personal staff, my earlier private secretary, Srimati Chaya S.A., Srimati Shakambari, the present private secretary, Srimati P.S. Jyoti, Lakshmi, the earlier additional private secretary, Srimati Anjali M., the present additional private secretary, Srimati L. Mamata, court officer, Srimati Chandrakala R., earlier typist and present typist, Srimati S.R. Chaitra, Sri Srinivas, my Zemedar, Sri Yogesh Kesi, my gunman, Sri Nagaraj, court hall peon, Sri Keshavamurthy P., my official car driver, and other peons posted to my chamber, court hall, and also to my residence. I thank Ms. Shreya Sunil Uttare, my research assistant, who helped me in getting appropriate and latest decisions on the given subject, even during my sittings at Dharwad and Kalaburgi. I thank Sri Jagadish Kumar, SDA, who has been all along with me for my domestic needs. So also, I thank Sri B.P. Ugananda, Section Officer, Telephone Supervisor for timely assistance. I thank secretarial staff worked with me when I held sittings at Dharwad and Kalaburgi benches. To mention, Srimati J. Mamata, Sri Yashwant Narayankar, Srimati Samrin Mulla at Dharwad bench, and Sri Sachin and Srimati Shilpa Tenahalli and Srimati Sumita Seregar. I also thank all the staff members of the High Court at Principal Bench, Bengaluru, and the benches at Dharwad and Kalaburgi. I place on record the services rendered by the Protocol Branch and the Medical Branch. The Registrar Protocol and his team, consisting of Deputy Registrar K.T. Manjunath, Sri Assistant Registrar Sri Mitri Hanumantappa, the Protocol Officer Sri Ram Naveen, the Section Officer Sri Mohan, Srimati Tanuja Rani, and other earlier Protocol Officers Sri Raghu, and other staff of the Protocol Bench. They are all very dedicated in their work. I thank each one of them. I also thank Sri Rajan Tilgul, Section Officer Protocol, and his team at Kalaburgi Bench, and Sri Raghu, Section Officer Protocol, and his team at Dharwad. I also thank Sri T.N. Kangaraj, former Joint Registrar Protocol, for his timely assistance when I was Registrar in this court. The medical protocol staff have always on call and extend timely assistance, and I am grateful to them. I also thank Dr. Wahid Khan, Dr. Jayashila, and Dr. Ramesh Babu for assistance, and Dr. Praveen at Kalaburgi Bench. I also extend my thanks to Sri Govinda Reddy, Chief Librarian, and his team for timely supply of books, Sri Endigiri and his team at Dharwad, and also library staff at Kalaburgi. I also remember the service provided by Sri Mahananda and Sri Jagadish Rao and Bhima Shankar Home Model at Dharwad and Kalaburgi benches. I also thank Sri Yellappa Sungar, Jagadish, and Prabhuling Hiremat, who used to be my drivers when I held sitting at Dharwad and Kalaburgi benches. I may not have taken the names of everybody, but I owe a deep sense of gratitude even to those whose names may have been left out inadvertently. As I reflect upon this journey, I am reminded of the timeless words of Justice Benjamin Cardozo, who said, "The great tides and currents which engulf the rest of men do not turn aside in their course and pass the judges by." Unquote. We judges are not removed from society. We are deeply embedded in its moral and ethical foundations. We must constantly interpret the law in ways that align with justice, not merely as an abstract ideal, but as a living, breathing, and compassionate force. And now I may address a few words specifically to the young members of the bar, the future of our legal profession and of our courts. To you, I say this: the profession we have chosen is noble, but it is also demanding. Master of the law, but never forget the purpose behind it. Be bold in your submissions, but never lose the grace of courtesy. Respect the bench, but do not fear it. Read not only statutes, but also judgments and history, for the law is always evolving. And above all, remember the words of eminent jurist Nani Palkewala, who once said, "Courts of law are not courts of justice. They are courts of law, but it is sacred duty of lawyers and judges alike to ensure that justice is not the casualty of technicality. Let justice, not technically, not expediency, not personal ambition, be the compass that guides your every appearance in court." As I conclude, I leave this institution with nothing but gratitude in my heart. I carry forward not a robe, not a title, but a set of values that is of discipline, impartiality, and unwavering respect for the Constitution. Though I now step away from active duty, I shall remain always a student of law and a humble servant to its cause. May the Karnataka High Court, the sister and brothers in particular, and the learned members of the bar continue to be a beacon of constitutional values, a fortress for individual liberties, and a temple of justice for all. Jai Hind. Thank you.
May I seek your Lordship's kind permission for concluding the proceeding?
Yes, please.
As directed by Honorable Chief Justice, there will be no sitting in the afternoon session at the principal bench as well as at benches at Dharwad and Kalaburgi.